What's going on, people? February 9th, 2012, and this log is in session. Now, let's get to the main story online. We have Tera. Oh my goodness, what a surprise. It was like out of, whoa, left field. What the fuck just happened to me? That game came out of nowhere to me. About 2 weeks ago, I didn't even care what the fuck Tera was. I was like, oh yeah, I heard about Tera long ago in TGN. Some of the guys over there, they were doing some sort of reviews on the game and shit like that. They were doing, you know, sneak peek at Tera's new combat, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, fucking other free-to-play or some sort of bullshit. And I see last week, all the people like, Towelliee, check out Tera. Towelliee, check out Tera. You got to do Tera. I was like, okay. So we're going to check out Tera. So then I started reading more about it, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's go see what Tera's all about. So I went, someone sent me a European code because their closed beta and their sneak peeks are all coming up, right? Because their release date's May 1st. And then a few European fans sent me some codes. I put in the codes, download the European version. Couldn't play it during the actual sneak peek weekend, but then yesterday afternoon, before I started live streaming, literally like half an hour, someone goes, Towelliee, the European servers are open. You should go in and check it out. I was like, sure, let's go. So we check it out. I started creating my character, Towelliee, of course. I created an Ammon. Fuck. I don't know how to say their race. It's like they're basically like descendants of like dragons. They're like basically dragons on feet. Imagine if the dragonkin in WoW were an actual race and they could, just like normally stand up and wield swords. And I created a Ammon Lancer. And a Lancer is probably like the main tank of the game. They're more of a block mechanic class than anything. Then you have the warriors who are more like a dodge, evasion type tank. But I went with the block tank because I love block tanking. CTC, Cat, Paladin, Towelliee, you know what I'm saying. And I started playing and... Oh, nice screech on my voice there. I just woke up, I'm sorry. I started playing and the graphics were fucking beautiful, man. Go ahead and check out the Tera gameplay videos that I posted. I posted about 2 hours worth of my live stream footage from yesterday playing Tera. The game is just so amazing. I mean, not only do you see like jiggly boobs, like people were telling me it's using the Unreal 3 engine. Other people were saying some sort of Crytek engine. I'm not sure what engine exactly it was using. But all the movements are so realistic. Yeah, we were fucking around with the girls' titties and shit. Like, if you zoom in on any of the girls, like, I'm sorry, but the women's breasts, I guess it's like the whole Asian Western culture shit. All the Asian girls' breasts in the game, or the women's breasts in the game were like fucking giganormous. They were like fucking huge. And like, if you talk to them, like you interact with them, they like say, hi, how you doing? And their boobs just go. It has like that whole like, dead or alive women in bikini type, boob movement. And we were just having fun with that shit yesterday. But besides that, obviously, the game runs so smooth. I mean, compared to Star Wars' Hero engine, like Tera's engine blows it out of the fucking water. Like, I was playing on the highest settings, everything looking immaculate and fucking glorious. 60 frames per second, 40, 50 frames per second while I'm live streaming, and everything on high settings. The blood, there's actually a gore blood setting. If you set it to 1, it's like you see a little bit of blood when you kill your characters. When you set it to 2, it's like BAM! It's like fucking like blood everywhere on the ground. And now the actual game itself, the combat system, is the most unique I've seen in an MMO ever. You don't even target. In World of Warcraft, Rift, whatever game, you actually have to target. You take your mouse and you... everyone get ready and right click. You have to actually like click your target. In Tera, you have a cursor in the middle of your screen and you aim. You aim your cursor with your mouse at your target. And then you press left and right click to do your abilities. and there is no targeting. You have to actually move your character in front of your enemy and then start attacking. And as you level up, you gain more abilities. You're able to chain macro your abilities. For instance, I have it so that when I first encounter a group of mobs, I attack them with my left click is, which is my normal combat attack. I attack them, and then I get into like a shield stance. And once I get into the shield stance like this, that triggers my chain macros. And once that happens, it goes from a block to like, you know, fucking whirlwind, charge. It starts doing like, it's almost like you're playing Devil May Cry as an MMO. Watch the gameplay. It's fucking phenomenal. And it's like the combat is just so like unique and it's so different from what we're used to that it's actually attracting me. And believe it or not, the chat room was going insane. The chat room was loving this shit. Like, you know, I even had the senior community manager from Tera. He hopped into our live stream. We had about like 2,000 people chilling in there, and he just started answering everyone's questions. Now, other things that I've learned, apparently the server that everyone's going to be on, that, you know, that's from the community during the beta this weekend, is the Dragon Soul server? Dragon something server. I think it's called Dragon Soul server. Whatever, I'm not sure. But that's going to be what they're, because the beta starts for the U.S. on Friday. I was playing the European beta. The U.S. beta starts tomorrow at noon, and we will be covering Tera the entire weekend, especially Friday and Saturday. Sunday is obviously Sub Sunday, so we're going to leave that obviously still to the subs. But as of today, we might play it on a live stream. I'm not sure. I really want to get back into Star Wars, but people are just like fucking bouncing left and right. And it's like, you know, the people are starting to get a little like, you know, Star Wars-itis, Star-itis, War-itis, whatever you want to call it. Kind of same thing happened with Rift. You know, once people start like leaving the game, other people start to follow, and it's like a domino effect. Not me. I'm raiding. Last night we were doing Nightmare Mode, Annihilator 16-man. We almost killed it. And we decided to go fucking hard mode so we can gear people out. But it was still a challenge, so I'm going to stick with the PvE until the new content, until everything. I don't care about PvP, rated war zones. Go ahead, have fun, PvPers, rank 1s, all that good shit. Oh my god, we're going to wait 3 months, and by the time you actually start doing rated war zones, there's going to be like probably no one there in the PvP community left to play with. But I'll be there downing some droids. And, with Tera, I'm going to make another video tomorrow morning about Tera. We're going to cover the game. I'm going to do an event. I'm going to invite all of you guys. Well, I'm kind of like inviting you now, but I'm going to put it up on TGN too. And it's going to be pretty awesome. And I want everyone to see the game. And I want people to see the game, sorry, I have the sniffles, through my eyes. Through my gameplay. Because I'm not part of those like Korean live streamers out there who already have level 58s and are already doing endgame. I want people to see what the experience is like from when you first create a character to developing your character to getting him in dungeons to getting him in PvE to check out PvP. Same thing we did with Star Wars. We started from the bottom, and in our live stream, we always just make it a habit of trying to get as much information about the new MMOs as humanly possible, so that people know what to expect when they actually start playing the game. You play to win the game. Hello? Who was that? Anyone? Heard my words. But another interesting thing about Tera. Now, I was reading more, and I saw something called Chrono Scrolls. And I was like, what the fuck is a Chrono Scroll? And with the Chrono Scrolls, I started reading. And this was posted August 27th, which was a while ago. What the game is doing is they're going to offer you these scrolls that you buy on their website with real money, and they'll send it to you in-game. But you're actually allowed to trade the game time to other people. It's a month game time per scroll. You can either trade the game time to other people, or you can sell it to them for gold. They're trying to counter the gold sellers and the people who are trying to make money off of gold selling. It's an amazing article. I'll post it in my description. But I'll put it this way. I can probably buy 10 scrolls on their website and then trade it to people for gold. So that's how I would make my gold, is selling game time in the game through gold. And all it takes is a few people to start circulating the money. And it's a way to combat. Let me see if I can see what they said here. In essence, Chrono Scrolls allow players to get more gold when they need it by helping other players play for free. This system undercuts the value of gold farming and real-time money trading, making Tera a less profitable place for criminals to do business. Pretty cool. The bad guys don't want more game time. They're already using stolen credit cards and stolen accounts to get free game time. By exchanging a Chrono Scroll for gold instead of purchasing it from the bad guys, you'll be eliminating the market that makes it so attractive to these criminals to cause problems. Once again, by exchanging a Chrono Scroll for gold instead of purchasing it from the bad guys, you'll be eliminating the market that makes it so attractive to these criminals. So basically, instead of, saying, hey, I need 20K gold, how much is it? You can say to yourself, well, instead of giving the gold sellers $20 for that much gold, pay $20, get yourself a couple of scrolls on the website, and sell that shit and make more gold on the auction house. But then there could be the problem that maybe there's not enough people on your server, so maybe Chrono Scrolls aren't in demand. But Chrono Scrolls are game time. It's game time, man. It's not like you're selling like a mount or a pet. You're selling actual game time that people can use to keep playing the game. I think it's pretty cool. I'll post a link in the description. But so far, like I said, the combat system, pretty fucking amazing. The questing is like any other MMO. Questing is repetitive. I'm not really sure about the storyline. I haven't been keeping up with my story quests. I mean, Star Wars got it right when they did the whole, and how interactive they were with the class questing, with like all the cinematics, all the voice acting. Whereas Tera has quests for just class specific and storylines or whatnot, but it didn't really captivate me because there's no voice acting, there's no cutscenes for that. But there are cutscenes for different. Like last night, I fought my first elite in a dungeon by myself, solo. It was supposed to be like a 5-man group. I soloed it. It was fucking amazing. Look at Tera Gameplay Part 2. Tera Gameplay Part 2. And that'll definitely... Oh my god, my nose. That'll definitely show you, like, the cool fucking cinematics and the graphics of the game. But right now, there is no raid set for the game. They are trying to build a 20-man raid for post-launch. It's going to launch with dungeons. I can tell you right now, from what I see, I'm going to be playing this game. I'm going to be playing this. I'm going to be leveling it to 58. And then the problem comes that when that time is here in May, I'm going to have WoW, Star Wars, and Tera. Now, Tera, for about a week, is going to be my main priority over anything else except for WoW rating. I'm still going to, obviously, go to my WoW rating. But when it comes to actual, dedication, I'm going to be dedicating time to Tera to max level to see what the game has to offer after you're 58. I know, 58 is such a weird number, whatever. But if you guys are interested, join me this weekend during the beta. If you want some beta keys, I'm trying to get Tera online to hook me up with some beta keys so you can check the game out further. Other business, let's see, Star Wars Nightmare Mode, Annihilator, 2%, 3%, 4%, fucking 5%, didn't kill it. We cleared 4 to 5, hard mode, 16 man, got some people geared out. And it sucks, man. It sucks not being able to, look at DPS and see who the hell the problem is with the DPS. I mean, we know we were lacking it. We know people aren't pushing it to the limit because you can tell from how slow the bosses are going. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if even some of our most geared guys aren't doing more DPS than maybe guys who aren't geared. We just don't know. We cannot pinpoint and say, hey, you. Yeah, you motherfucker. You motherfucker, you. You're doing 5K DPS. He's doing 9K. Why? We can't blame anybody. It sucks. So what do we have to do? We have to use gear as an excuse for the DPS checks. And we have to say, hey, let's do this on hard mode so we can gear this guy and gear that guy and herp-a-derp-a-derp. And that's what ends up happening. But yeah. So tonight we're going to hopefully kill Soa on hard mode. And then we're going to hopefully do some PvP. I want to get my island dailies done today, so I'm probably going to start off with that. If the Tera servers are up, I might switch to that again and continue leveling. Then we have, let's see here, World of Warcraft. We didn't have raid last night. We were missing a few people, so we didn't continue our War Master, Blackhorn, whatever, Bonanza, White Fest that we had the other night. We were missing about 2 DPS, so hopefully tonight we'll continue off with that. We did Raid Finder, then I switched over and played Tera, but all we have left is Spine and Madness. I'm not sure if World of Warcraft in the next coming weeks, if they're going to do like 10%, 15% damage reduction until it's like up to 30, which is like their magic number when it comes to like dungeon debuffs and buffs and shit like that. So we'll see what happens. Oh man, Uncharted 3. We've been playing Uncharted 3 almost every night after midnight now. I just called it PS3 After Dark with Towelliee. And we're like on chapter 11 or 12 for the PS3 for Uncharted 3. So we're going to finish that game. After we're done with that game, we're probably going to go to Final Fantasy 13 2, which will probably take a long time to finish. But Twisted Metal is coming out. Twisted Metal is coming out on Tuesday. And that's going to be fucking awesome. I cannot wait to play that game, play it multiplayer. I'm going to live stream that shit. Probably when I get it in the morning. I'll make sure I get to the store in the morning early and get it and then start streaming it early. But I won't be here on Monday until probably late at night. I'm going to be spending the time with Lula. It's, Valentine's Day. Since she works on the actual day, we're going to spend the time together beforehand. So, yeah. Yeah. Good night yesterday. Tera. Wow, wow, wow. Star Wars. Oh, my God. What am I going to do when Guild Wars 2 comes out? I have to try that shit out. There's too many MMO explosion. Oh, my God. MMO explosion. What do I do? Oh.